When I was in school, I was one of those people who did not know what they wanted to study at university. What I did know is that I wanted to study something that would allow me to make the world a better place, as cliche as that sounds. I was definitely inclined towards the humanities, so subjects like psychology and sociology, but I also developed a certain proclivity for mathematics. So whenever I would look at different degree options, I could never find one that was quite the right fit. And I was looking for something that was both interesting enough to keep me engaged, but also practical enough to secure my professional future. So one day, my brother, who was an industrial engineering student at the time, suggested industrial engineering to me. He spoke about it with a lot of enthusiasm, and he thought that it would be perfect for me. I initially was not so convinced. I never saw myself as an engineer, and the word industrial intimidated me. It sounded really harsh and technical and made me think that I would be working in a factory or in the manufacturing industry, which wasn't really my interest, and I was hoping that I could study something that would allow me to engage with the humanities more. And it turns out that through industrial engineering I could. My initial resistance to considering industrial engineering as a study option had to do with my own assumptions about what it is. The truth is, I didn't know what it is, and the more my brother explained and the more I read up on it, the more intrigued I was. My brother showed me a list of the different courses that they take throughout their study period, and I was so surprised. I was seeing classes from business and classes from accounting and even some classes from the humanities, and I was really intrigued by this field that gathered so many different types of knowledge and was ultimately trying to make the world a better place. So eventually I was captivated enough by industrial engineering that I chose to study it at university, and I'm glad I did. I think that industrial engineering gives you a way to look at the behind the scenes of the world and to envision all of the ways that it can be made better. But the key thing with industrial engineering is that it's a very practical field. So unlike a lot of other fields that might discuss theoretically how you could make the world a better place, industrial engineering teaches you the tools and tricks to make things better. Ultimately, I found the industrial engineering degree to be very interesting, and it kept me very engaged. I also found it to be challenging, so it kept me intellectually stimulated, and of course it was very broad and flexible, so it wasn't limiting in any way. I must add that one of the main reasons that I ended up studying industrial engineering is because it had great job potential. The job potential for the industrial engineer is very promising and very varied, so I was excited to see what kind of opportunities I could have upon graduating. So now that it's been a few years since I graduated with the industrial engineering degree, I can see how much potential there is for it to be applied in the world and how many more people might be interested in studying it if they knew what it was. So I made this YouTube channel to spread more awareness about industrial engineering, and in this video I wanted to talk about how I got introduced to it and why I chose to study it at university. For more videos on industrial and systems engineering, please subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching!